Hello Soul Family, welcome to Alchemy Mystic Healing Messages. I was going to give you guys a self-awareness message, but after multiple attempts, I'm feeling inclined to give you guys just a general collective reading. So as I just stated, it is a collective reading. It will not be for any specific zodiac sign. It is also going to be timeless. So, whenever you find it is when you were meant to receive it. Please utilize your discernment and only take the messages that resonate with you. If you are in need of any additional assistance or support on your spiritual healing and or self-improvement journeys, I am also available for distant Reiki Therapy services. If you would like to learn more about Reiki Therapy, how it may benefit you, and details on the services I provide, all of that information can be found on the channel's community tab. If you stick around to the end of the message, I will let you know how you can save 30% on my Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute distant Reiki therapy session. Alright, you guys, let's see what kind of healing message the universe has for us today. We have the King of Wands out here first, Leo energy. We have the Ten of Swords, Gemini energy. We have the Magician, which is associated with Mercury, both Virgo and Gemini energy. So Gemini is out here twice. We're going to get two more cards to see what else this could be about. There's definitely something being manifested at this time, maybe after a betrayal, potentially, is what I am getting. Someone is utilizing the tools that they have to create the reality that they want. Yeah, I would take that as a truth with the Ace of Swords being here. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Heavy Gemini energy. This may be something coming in during, Virgo season is out. So it may have been something you started in Virgo season, maybe something you started in Gemini season. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it does not. We have the Hierophant. Taurus energy, bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Cups, followed by the Nine of Cups. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. Nine of Cups is Pisces energy. Someone has aligned with their truth. Somebody chose to take control over their life with this King of Wands energy. You went through a lot. The Hierophant has, at least in the traditional tarot, 3 levels to their crown. And those 3 levels on their crown are about what they have been able to overcome, their wisdom, the wisdom that they can now bestow upon others, which I believe is partly what this Ace of Swords speaks to. And I think that what I just said kind of also speaks to this Ten of Swords, because I feel like some sort of betrayal is something that you had to overcome. I've stated before in a different video, the betrayals that we experience in life are usually twofold. We have to engage in those betrayals. We have to participate or be active participants in those betrayals. Some of those situations are going to be situations that we can get out of. Some of them are going to be situations where we are not in a position to get out of them. And so we have no choice but to subscribe. And a lot of times, if I could get a little bit deeper than that, when we are younger and we are in situations where we are being betrayed by having certain truths or beliefs or thoughts projected onto us that do not resonate with us or our higher selves or our abundance or our self-love. When we are in those situations, especially as children, where we cannot get out, a lot of times when we do leave those situations physically, we don't necessarily leave those situations mentally. And as we leave from those childhood environments and go into our adult relationships, we still set ourselves up to be betrayed because we still come with those beliefs, if that makes any sense, right? So if I have a belief that I am not worthy of love, or let's say fidelity, right? Because there was something that transpired in my childhood where someone tried to project onto me that is something I'm not worthy of, whether because I'm not attractive enough, or I don't cook well enough, or whatever the foolishness was, right? Or the multitude of things that have been said in order to get me to believe that, then that means that when I grow up, even though I have left the home environment where that energy was projected onto me, if I carry those beliefs, I will now find myself manifesting based upon that fallacy. It is not until I recognize that truth within myself and align with that truth within myself and release the lies that I will be able to manifest what is true for me, what is in the best and highest good for me. The King of Wands, as I speak to something being about the past, a lot of times, because the King of Wands is facing the past, the Hierophant is facing straight ahead, the Magician is facing straight ahead, right? The King of Wands is even angry in this photo. They have on red pants specifically, also the Hierophant, but the King of Wands has on red pants, and so the actions that they are taking are to reclaim their power. I'm getting not quite a King of Wands in reverse or a King of Wands upright. I'm kind of getting a King of Wands sideways kind of energy. It is not that you are possessive or jealous or vindictive or malicious or cruel or anything along those lines. But it's sideways because of the level of anger and resentment that may not exist at this time, but was motivating your need for independence, right? So when we get out of these situations, and I may be speaking to masculine energy today, which I usually don't feel as if I am necessarily speaking to, but that's what I'm feeling today, right? When we get out of situations where we have had things projected onto us, we still leave with the mentality. And even if we aren't subscribing to the mentality, we are leaving with the intention of fighting the mentality, right? And so we are still engaging in that energetic vibration. And I'm going to see if I can break this down a little bit. So, if once again I have been told that I am not worthy of fidelity, and I leave out of a home environment that I was raised into or raised in and decide to move on to a relationship dynamic that is romantic, I may have that anger and resentment in me and do everything within my power to fight against this idea that I am not worthy of fidelity. And so I may find myself in a situation where I am pursuing someone who has multiple people, and I then choose to compete against those other people for some sort of fidelity or relationship with this individual, as opposed to aligning with my truth from an honest place, from a high vibrational place, and just pursuing someone who had no one around them. I chose a specific situation where I had to fight for what it is that I deserved, where I had to prove myself for what it is that I deserved. Because even if I don't believe it at a conscious level, at a subconscious level, it's still playing into the way in which I am manifesting. I'm trying to figure out where this Hierophant energy is coming in. The Hierophant speaks to our beliefs. The Hierophant speaks to what we value. And I said before that it's going to speak to what we have overcome once we are stepping into that Hierophant's energy, right? So it's either the Hierophant is above me, so to speak, right, where I am looking up to it. So if there is a religious leader, I am looking up to that religious leader who is the Hierophant. If I am, let's say, a part of a political party, I am looking up to the ideologies of that political party, and they would be indicative of the Hierophant. Things along those lines. Or it is I embody the Hierophant, where I am the person now providing the truth because of the ordeal that I have overcome, which is more of influencer type of energy, right? Positive influencer type of energy. I'm even getting coach, right? Not quite a life coach. There are people who are very much general life coaches, but then there are also people who are coaches to guide you through specific type of situations and dynamics. Take you usually, part of a coaching program is going to start with a mindset shift so that you can achieve whatever it is that is the end goal. So whatever they've been able to go through, there's usually some achievement that they have at the end. And so they are guiding you from a similar situation that they came from into some sort of end goal that they have been able to achieve. And that may be where this magician comes into play with this situation. Maybe you are needing a coach who aligns with your storyline, someone whose destination or current position is your destination, what you want to manifest. But you are also needing for that person to come from a similar circumstance that you came out of, right? Whether it was a type of home situation, whether it was that you got in trouble a lot as a kid, whatever the specific situation is for you, that is someone that you need to align with, is what I'm getting. Let's get some more cards out here, see if I can get any more messages. Yeah, we have the Emperor. Lots of red out here. Red is anchoring the situation. There's something about reclaiming your power, but not just reclaiming it, but stepping into the fullness of your power. We have the Tower card. The Emperor is Aries. The Tower is Mars, which is both Aries and Scorpio. We have the Queen of Wands. Also Aries energy. Very interesting. So we have Aries here 3 times. I may be speaking to an Aries. We have the Two of Cups. Cancer energy. We have the Justice, Libra energy. Okay, so I just felt an incredible heaviness come over me. And I really couldn't even tell you why. I'm pretty sure you can hear the difference in my voice at this moment. So whatever transpired in the past, and I don't know why I'm getting childhood, right? Whatever transpired, something is coming crumbling down, and I'm getting that some truth is going to be revealed. If you are in a situation where this resonates at this very surface level, and you stepped into this Queen of Wands energy of being very bold, very creative, very courageous, and you took initiative towards aligning with your own truth, away from this situation, not in this King of Wands sideways energy, but in from your heart space, right? The kings in the deck, if I'm not mistaken, are associated with fire energy, all of them. The queens are all associated with water energy, which means that you have to connect with your heart space in order to move forward in these pursuits, right? So the King of Wands would be double fire, right? So if he's angry, he's definitely angry. If he's resentful, he's doubly resentful, right? With the Queen of Wands, when she pursues things or initiates things, she is starting something new. Aries is a cardinal sign. Justice is a cardinal sign. Cancer is a cardinal sign. We are starting and pursuing something new. And we are doing it with the Queen of Wands from our heart space, because all the queens, once again, resonate with water energy when they are in their upright. So you're following your heart and pursuing what you desire out of your life. No longer out of this resentment situation. Maybe it got you in hotter water, right? You came out of the frying pan into the fire type of situation, right? You left a bad situation, and the way that you pursued it, as I described before, only made the situation worse, right? The relationship that you pursued, it only amplified what had been projected onto you, because maybe that same person that you pursued ended up cheating on you somewhere down the line, right? Or ended up leaving you for one of the other people that was pursuing them at the time, or that they were interested in at the time, right? But this Queen of Wands energy stepped into her truth. She didn't care what was happening, what was going on, who liked it, who didn't like it. She was interested in aligning with her truth, aligning with her higher self. It could be a he or a she. I'm only saying she because of the depiction. At this time, justice is coming in to balance out the situation. I keep saying I'm not sure what this Hierophant is. Anytime I see the Hierophant with the Justice, especially with the Emperor being here, I feel as if it has something to do with the actual law. It feels like law and order. It feels like an authority within the justice system. Nonetheless, whomever you may be within this soul family, you are bringing situations to their knees, is what I'm getting. You are fully in your power. If you are a feminine, you are still in your feminine energy. You are fully aligned with your higher self, not just at a heart level, but at a mental level, right? You've gone through the mindset shift already. You've gone through the change from your heart center. You are no longer afraid of pursuing things. You don't need to be externally validated in order for you to take initiative on something, is what I'm getting. Especially because there's so many cardinal signs, and dead in the center is the Queen of Wands. You are willing to step in. I'm even getting Oya energy, the Orisha. Right? You are willing to say, you know what? I don't want this. Let it crumble. Let it fall. Let me gather my words. When you recognize that something does not serve you and is not in alignment with your truth, you are willing to allow it to crumble. Whether that is a relationship, whether that is a job situation, whether that is a home environment, whatever it may be, whatever type of situation, a friendship, whatever, as soon as you recognize that it is no longer in alignment with your highest truth and your best interest, the abundance that you want to call in, whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, you will turn away from it and allow it to crumble. Because I feel as if a lot of times, in order for it to be sustained, you have to accept that truth and take that truth on personally. But at the point in which you choose not to accept that truth as your truth, it crumbles, right? I hope that makes sense. Let me give this one more shuffle, and then we'll pull some more cards. Justice is definitely coming in. The situation is definitely about to be balanced out. your reality is definitely shifting, and it's because of the energy that you have put into shifting your reality. We have Temperance here, Sagittarius energy. You have learned how to alchemize energy. Yeah. We have the Ace of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we have these two. All right, wanted to come out together. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, which is also Sagittarius. We have the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy, and the Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy. You have learned how to alchemize energy, how to turn a negative into a positive. Part of that process is releasing the negatives, and what you cannot release, you find a way to create positive energy from it. You find the good in it. You make lemonade out of lemons. You find the piece of the situation that allows you to grow and be better and be more confident and be more courageous and be more fearless and be more creative, right? Because that is still Queen of Wands energy, is to be creative. So it's almost like you're being put into a situation, and creativity is what allows you to get out of it. You don't frame it in terms of I'm in a bad situation. You frame it in terms of how can I amplify my creativity and my skill level by navigating this situation and coming out on the other side better. You've been able to tap into your self-love. Once again, reiterated by the fact that you have aligned with your higher self, your higher vibration, your higher emotional vibration. Once again, going back to that Ten of Swords that we started with along this row, releasing all of those swords in order to step into your own truth, being willing to allow things to fall apart in your life that aren't deserving of being there, giving you this Ace of Cups energy. The Three of Pentacles is your manifestation. It is the material manifestation on earth of the energy that you have put out and the changes that you have made in your life. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that you have aligned once again with your higher self, with your higher truth, and because of that, the universe is now working in your favor. We have the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups. I said before, this Hierophant and this Justice is giving me law and order. It's giving me the law. The law is behind, is behind. The law is on someone's behind. And who's ever behind they are on, this person is in despair. This person is shook. They have created many illusions, some of which you may be aware of, some of which you may not be aware of. This money and this jewelry is standing out a lot. There may have been things that they have done that you are not aware of. There may have been things that they've done to you to try to make it seem as if you are something different than who you are. There may have been lies that have been told about you. Illusions created around who they are as well as who you are. This truth is coming out, whatever it may be, and it is not putting this person in a very good position. Balance is going to be restored. And it may not be the actual law, but the universe is definitely at work. And as above, so below. And when we have karma sitting waiting for us, because that is part of what justice is speaking to, when we have karma sitting waiting for us, when karma comes to collect, she doesn't always collect as she was put into the universe, right? So if someone did something wrong against you and you have cleared your karma, you have cleared the beliefs, you have aligned with your higher self, you have stepped into your self-love, you have manifested, you have aligned with your expansion, and you were at the top of the wheel. Oh yeah, I forgot the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune and the Justice is here, cornering this person. They may not get caught up for something that they did to you directly, But whomever they may be, they are getting caught up for something that they've done in this lifetime. And when it comes in, because I'm pretty sure with the energies that we've had around these karmic situations, these individuals, one, have been doing this since a prior life, which is why they're so confident about doing it in this life. Not only that, they have done it to so many people, is why they were so bold about the way in which they did it to you. And so, once again, it may not be you or your specific situation that they go down for. And maybe in investigating your situation specifically, if there were ever an investigation, take that if it resonates, things that are truly tangible criminal activities are going to be what puts them under. Once again, it may not be your specific situation, but there is something that they have put out there that is going to put them at the bottom of the wheel. Because that's the reason why they are nervous at this time. If that is not the case, then whatever status that they had, whatever influence that they had, because I did say before that this Hierophant could be like influencer energy, and I was thinking of social media at that time, but it may not be social media specifically. They may just be very influential within their community, within their career, within their social circle. But the influence that they've had has been rooted in illusions that they have been creating, once again, about who they are, and maybe even using you as a reflection of what they are not, if that makes any sense, right? When people have to prop themselves up off of a fallacy, a lot of times they have to demonize someone else in order for them to be propped up. They might be a politician. I did speak about a politician before. And if they are not a politician, they might have like politician energy, right? Because that is how American politics works, if not anything else, right? In order for the politician to seem right, they have to demonize someone else. That is, when election time comes, that's all that you see in the commercials that they sponsor, is them demonizing something else or someone else. Once your truth becomes evident, Ace of Swords at the top. Once your manifestations come to fruition, Three of Pentacles at the bottom. Who you are at your core, Ace of Cups at your soul level, Temperance, Earth Angel energy. It will be undeniable who you are. And so in the fact that they chose to align against you will make it very evident who they are. Especially if they know you a lot more intimately than these other individuals knew you. And not physical intimacy, but just a close relationship. And I'm getting this close relationship even with this Two of Cups. Justice is going to be brought surrounding that relationship. And this may not just be one. This may be multiple relationships. That the truth is going to come out about how fair or unfair these dynamics were towards you. Maybe even how controlling, or I got possessive and controlling before, even with the King of Wands. Not quite, but the words came out. So maybe they had a place here. Or how much effort has been exercised in order to try to keep you under their control, is what I'm getting. So once again, even if the justice isn't at a law level, I feel as if once again the influence that they currently have is coming to an end. The illusions that they created in order to maintain this level of influence and power is coming to an end. The imbalance that they had in their power and how they exercised it is coming to an end. Their empire is crumbling, whomever they may be. Alright, you guys, this is what I have for you today. If you resonate with this message, were able to obtain any clarity, or found it to be helpful in any other manner, please like, share, subscribe, and feel free to share your story in the comment section. These expressions of gratitude are not only free for you, but they also allow me to develop a deeper connection to your energy. With this deeper connection, I am able to pull messages that are more aligned with your specific situation. I want to thank you guys for being here, and as promised, I have a quick message letting you know how you can save 30% on my Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute distant Reiki therapy session. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. If you look in the description box below, the very last link is labeled 30% discount link. When you select it, it will take you to the Alchemy Mystic shop where you can purchase my distant Reiki therapy services. The Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute session will assist you with grounding and protecting your energy. More specifically, it will help to clear energetic residue associated with past traumatic experiences, allowing you to feel less triggered and positioning you to move forward in a more calm, balanced, and empowered state. This service is performed remotely at the date and time that you schedule your appointment. The service can be performed while you are conducting your everyday activities, with the exception of operating a vehicle or any heavy machinery. I look forward to serving you soon.